Hey dudes, welcome back to Minecraft Done Simply. My name is Holdfast, and today I'm going to show you guys a few cool tips and tricks on the F3 screen, otherwise, screenshot saved, otherwise known as the debug screen. So a few things that I want to show you. I'm not going to go over right away all of these, what everything means just yet. I'm going to go over that at the end, so if you guys are interested to know what all of the numbers and letters mean, then I will show you guys at the end of the video. But first, I want to go over a few little control things that we can use to make the game run a little bit better. So let me just actually change the time, and just so you know, I can type, but when I record, my microphone is directly in front of my keyboard, which makes typing very, very hard. So first up, I'm going to show you guys the first one, which is very useful if you guys are doing any kind of adventure maps or things where in survival world you might need to know how long your items will last. So let's look at that one. And that one is if you hold F3 and then press the letter H. That will automatically enable your durability and item ID information. So now if I hover over this pick, it will show an item number beside the end, so it'll be number 0278. And as well, on any item that has durability, it will show the durability. So in this case, it has 1553 out of 1561. So in any case you want to know how long your items will last, all you have to do is press F3 and the letter H, and you will automatically see all that. Just hover over any item, and you can do that. Here, let's do it again. You can do that with any item in here. See all of the item ID numbers. Very simple to do. Very cool indeed, and it shows all the durabilities as well. Another one that I use quite often, and you might see me use this in some of my worlds, is F3 plus A. So F3 plus A will automatically reload all of the chunks around you. That is very useful if you're in any kind of render errors or chunk errors around you, and or the game's just running terribly slow and you want to reload all of the chunks around you so you can see a little bit better. That is the key. You can either change the view distance or just hold F3, hit the letter A, and that will reload all of your chunks. Very useful indeed. And one more that I want to show you is pretty cool. If you hold F3, F3 plus B. Let's go take a look at something here. Actually, hold on. Let's do this. Put that to easy. And actually, let's fly over yonder, and I'll show you guys what that does. It's pretty cool, pretty handy. And that will, let's get these guys fighting. That will automatically add that will automatically add hitboxes to mobs. So if you want to know exactly where the entire hitbox is on a mob, on any kind of mob, on a villager, a zombie, even the animals over here, you can see the pig has a little hitbox. Even me, I have a ginormous hitbox, which is apparently coming out of my head. So if you're looking to kill me, just shoot me up there. That is your hitbox. That is hilarious, but that's just something that I thought was funny. But yeah, that's about it for a few of the cool control things that we can do. What I'll show you guys next is a little bit of information about the actual F3 menu. So hang on for that, guys. We'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so let's go over what everything means on the screen. So going from left to right, top to bottom, we'll start with Minecraft 1.5. That is obviously the version number of the game, and you have my frames per second and my chunk update. That doesn't matter. So let's go down below the next level. C, the letter C, stands for the number, or it means the number of chunks rendered over total number of chunks. So it counts all render passes. If a chunk is rendered twice because it contains both water and normal blocks, for example, then it will be counted twice. So that's just the number of chunks counted. The letter F, number of chunks loaded outside of the viewing distance. So that's outside of where I can see. That's the number showing, so that's 308 right now. Number of chunks removed through occlusion culling counts all render passes. So this is all just information you guys really don't need to know all that often. Then right beside that is the letter E, the number of empty chunks. These chunks are skipped for one of two reasons. The chunk has not yet been loaded and rendered into polygons, or the chunk has nothing to draw in the current render pass. Count all render passes. Next up we have the second letter E. just below that, which is the number of rendered entities over total entities. So that is basically the number of rendered like mobs. Mob counts as an entity. Mob drops items on the ground counts as entities as well. The letter B, unused, always 0, which just means nothing. May previously have been the number of entities removed due to hidden chunks. Beside that, or next to that, we have the letter I, which is number of invisible entities, just entities that you cannot see. P will be number of particles on screen. So particles are the fire on the screen, or if you're on any kind of night vision or invisibility potions, you'll see particles floating around. Of course, we have letter T, which is next, which is unknown, currently displays all, followed by the number of loaded entities, includes mobs as well as dropped items, but it's not really known what that does. Server chunk cache, the most chunks that will be loaded, obviously. Then down below that we have the letter X, which is a player's location in blocks east of 0, 0. So, and after the slash, the 2 slashes is your chunk number with the block within the chunk in parentheses. Y is the same thing, but player's altitude in blocks 63, and so you have your eye level and your foot level as well. Z, up next, is the player's location in blocks south of 0, 0. Same thing, after slashes is your chunk number with the chunk within the chunk in parentheses. The letter F, after that, the direction in which player is facing. So south equals 0, west equals 1, north equals 2, and east equals 3. Luckily that shows now, so that's no problem. LC, max section height for the chunk you are in. Uses cubic chunk section, so heights will display in multiples of 16 minus 1. B shows you what biome you are in, very easy to understand. BL, this is very useful. This is for block light. The amount of light from other blocks, i.e. torches, at the block your head is in. So not your feet, but your head. If you stand on top of a torch, this field will show a light level of 13 instead of the expected 14 due to your head being 1 block away from it. SL stands for sky light. The amount of light from the sky at the block your head is in. Now, the number shown here is only accurate during the day. It shows the light level the block would get from the sun in full daylight, but it doesn't account for the lower light levels at night or during a storm. RL, raw light, doesn't stand for real light, but raw light. A total light level where your head is equal to max block light and skylight. Because of the skylight field is factored in here, this field has the same caveats as that one. WS, walking speed. FS is your flying speed. G, on ground, boolean value true if the player touches the ground, false if obviously the player is not on the ground. FL is the one of the last ones, the Y coordinate of the highest block where the player is standing, rounded up when standing on half blocks, such as slabs. That's pretty much it, guys. You can see a lot more detailed information on the debug screen if you do Shift plus F3 and using the number keys 1 to 9 or 0 will go back to the previous section. So you can see much more information for anyone that's kind of doing any debugging. So that is basically it, guys. Not a whole lot more. That's pretty straightforward if you're wondering what all of that information means. So I hope that helped you guys out quite a bit. It's very useful information for me as well. So I hope you enjoy, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.